If you want it, go get it. Stop waiting on niggas to get it for you. If you want it, then you gotta go and get it. If you want it, then you gotta go and get it. If you want it, then you gotta go and get it. If you want it, then you gotta go and get it. If the money's right there, you gotta get it. You see the plug right there, you gotta get it. You see your dream right there, you gotta get it. My whole team right here, you know we. What up, man? It's your boy Q Life, PBN Network. Positive beats negative, man. It's grind time, no demon time. Y'all already know my slogan. I got my brother, Mo Knowledge, with me, my co-host, my family. Y'all already know what it is. He plays no games, and he don't really need no introduction, man. Yo, Mo, but what's your slogan, Mo?
Knock, knock, who's there? True custodian warrior, washing up negativity is all about positive grind time, no demon time. Shout out to my big brother Q Life for giving this opportunity. You already know we in the building, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tonight, you know, this is our first live back for a little while, man. We here. We doing what we supposed to do. We doing what God wants us to do all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is though. We here. We changing the narrative. Y'all know we here for the youth. Um, we got a very special guest that's coming in today that I'm gonna be interviewing. You know what I'm saying? By the name of worldarama. You understand what I'm saying? He not here yet, but he soon come. In my Jamaican words, you heard it. Him soon come. You hear me? You heard? What's going on though? What's going on? Look like you over there eating, my brother. What's happening?
Healthy food.
Healthy food. Hey, listen, health is wealth, man. Health is wealth.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't like it because it tastes like it's mushy.
Oh yeah, I don't like no mushy food now. I don't like mushy food. If it's mushy, feel me? We can't do the mushy mushy. You know, shout out to Mega Jamaica in the building. Um, we got to send this live out, man. I was just doing a couple of things, right? I was about to eat. I'm about to go get my food. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm about to go get my food, man. You feel me? Hey, so before World of Rama comes, right? I just want to know this. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
No,
Why not?
I ain't want to get hypnotized. You heard?
Can you explain what you mean by you didn't want to get hypnotized?
I'm just saying, our brother Carl Weathers died. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be in the commercials and all that. So, and then
Right.
I don't play football and shit. And on top of that, I ain't feel like watching it. You know,
Mm,
I ain't feel like supporting that shit.
right.
But I am gonna watch the NBA All Star. I'm
Oh
gonna watch.
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm into. I'm into basketball more than I am the football. So I can't wait for that to come on. Um, but I've been hearing a lot of things. I see a lot of things going on the internet about Usher, you know, holding Alicia Keys from behind like that, man. But you know, I ain't know what was going on. I'm just seeing things. I you know what I'm saying. So I really can't tell you what happened. I don't know. I just know that it does look kind of crazy that Alicia Keys was getting held by Usher like that, and she got a husband. You understand what I'm saying? So
I
we
mean,
got we got World Arama in backstage, man. He about to come through. You know what I'm saying? And bless the PBN stage. But before he do that, answer that question, Mo Knowledge. What do you think that was about, man?
it, it's not about what the people think. It's about what Swiss Beats.
There we
He a
go.
grown man, and he said it's okay, and it's okay to him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so he said it's okay.
Yeah, because those are his friends, and that's his wife. You know what I'm saying? And they had that song way before they met. You feel me? They did a
Right.
video when they met. So at the end of the day, it's like they got put on It's like it's like it's like you got a wife and you watching your wife in a movie and she
Right.
got, you know what I'm saying? To
I mean,
to
but
you,
there's certain.
she gotta bring home the bills and or you gonna be on some like, yo, I don't want you to do that. I got the
I'm
bills.
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. See, that's what I'm saying. But that's what goes with what we talk about too. Selling your soul, basically. Like if you got a wife and you got the same way, just like the wife got a husband. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't want him. She see a lady all up on him on his thing and all of that just for the money, because everything ain't about money. But we're gonna get back into this with my brother Worldarama. We about to bring Worldarama up in here, man. Salute this brother right here. Before I bring him on, I want to say this, man. This brother right here is not he's not just Worldarama. He's not just Grind Hard TV. This is my brother. This is family right here. This is a friend. This is somebody that I grew up under. I came up under him. You understand what I'm saying? He was the OG. He was older than me. You understand what I'm saying? And he taught me a lot when it comes to industry and networking. And I wouldn't listen back in the days. You hear me? I wasn't listening. He was trying to tell me some shit, and I wasn't listening. And when I started listening to him, I started listening to brothers like you and Chippy, and I started doing it the right way, and things have been progressing for me. So, with no further ado, man, with no further ado, I'm about to bring my brother Worldarama in the
Yeah,
building, man. Worldarama, what's going on,
what's
bro?
goody, what's goody, salute, salute.
What's
Salute
happening,
to the
man? What's up
gentleman.
with you?
You know what I'm saying? You can hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you. We hear
Oh,
you.
okay,
We hear
all
you.
right, yeah. Yeah, so I heard what y'all was talking about. Of course, that Super Bowl thing, that's the
Nah.
biggest.
Ho.
Oh,
No. Don't worry about that yet. Don't worry about that.
okay.
Don't worry about the Super Bowl thing. We gonna get to that. We got to get
Uh,
to Grind Hard TV and
oh, okay.
who you are. That's what we gonna do right now.
Right,
Salute
right,
to
right, right.
everybody in the channel right now. We got Worldarama in the building. For those that don't know who he is Hard TV. He has his own podcast show. He's at a lot of shows and industry shows and showcases. And if you want to network, he's the person to network with. He's been all over, been around a lot of artists, man. So why don't you introduce yourself and let them know where they can find you and what you do real quick, man.
That was a great introduction you gave me right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, salute to you. Salute to Mo Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm Worldarama from GrindHardTV.com. Grindhard TV is a um sorry, I just dropped my damn thing right here.
All
Grindhard
good.
TV is a hip hop culture variety show. You know what I'm saying? It's all about hip hop culture and everything good for the community and a lot of positivity, man. That's why I'm on your show today because you know what I mean? Like we older now, so we ain't on that wild man, young boy stuff that we was on. And we went through that and we here now. And this is my 20th anniversary of Grindhard TV being on TV and just active, period. I
Wow,
started in
congratulations on that.
thank you, thank you.
Congratulations on that.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
So
That's always a great thing.
2004 in May, I formed a company called Grindhard Productions with this dude named Inf Mega. And then Christmas Day of 2004 is when Grindhard TV aired for the first time in New York City. So
Okay.
it's really two anniversaries for me for the show. The month in May where we started the company, and then the day the show aired on TV. So I mainly celebrate the Christmas Day because that's when the episode started airing on TV. So
Okay.
every year on Christmas, I don't just be bigging up Christmas. I'll be bigging up the fact that Grindhard TV has been on for so long, and we went from public access to DVDs to
Okay.
YouTube, now to our website. And I've also been producing for, what I'm saying, a lot of subscription TV networks and things of that sort. So, I've been on Roku and all of these other joints. And now in the last 3 years, I've been doing podcasting since podcasting been getting so crazy. So Grindhard TV podcast is now out and it airs on S Street Media, Rough Riders Radio, Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, a couple of other platforms and stuff like that. And it's really, I really like doing it. I really like sitting down and talking about what we've been doing, what's going on in the industry, the past, how we can
Right.
make things happen in the future, and like little community things that happen that we could give our opinion on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so the podcasting thing is what's really crazy for me right now, because I like sitting down and interviewing people. I think I'm really good at it. But Groundhog TV is still around. You could go to groundhogtv.com and watch past and present episodes. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different. I got a lot of different episodes out there. I also was doing like the Hoff series. The Hoffs is me raising my son.
I saw that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
the Hoffs me head of the household, and that's, you know, I just put something together because, you know, a lot of people go through a lot of issues with their child's mothers, or the mothers going through issues with the child's fathers. And all I'm really just trying to show people is just be there for your children. I could preach that to people all day, but it's better to show people than tell them. So I made a whole series of me promoting my children and doing what I do with them as far as doing music and things of that sort. And now season 2 is coming, where it's about my youngest one playing basketball, because he's been on a couple of basketball teams, played in 3 different seasons for St. Rose and Team Crate. And I documented everything and stuff like that. The first season was more so about them rapping, and because I was promoting them and marketing them. And now, ironically, you see a whole bunch of children artists out after that, but they gave up on rapping. So they just being teenagers and playing basketball and stuff like that.
Well, hey, listen, man, that's a great thing, man. So what we want to know right now is where did you grow up at? Where were you when you were a child? Where did you grow up at? How was it growing up in that neighborhood that you grew up in?
Well, I was born in Brooklyn, Brownsville, Brooklyn Women's Hospital. And then when I was like 7 or 8, I moved to Queens, to a neighborhood called East Elmhurst. And I moved to a welfare hotel called Travelers Hotel. So I mean, when I was younger, and we was kind of poor, and we was living with family members and all of that. And my mom's, you know, after she started leaving her sister's house with her children, we moved to Queens. In Queens, we started off in like a shelter, welfare hotel. And Travelers, or anybody that's watching this that's old school, they know about Travelers Hotel. I think it's called the Quality Inn or some Comfort Inn now, right there next to LaGuardia Airport. But back then it was called Travelers Hotel, and we was in there for a while. And my mom's was very active in like doing social work and stuff like that for the homeless single mothers in the hotel. So a community house had hired her to be like the liaison to all of the homeless families, and she wound up getting a social worker's job, and that afforded us to move to 5 blocks up from where the hotel was, and it was a building called the Bomb Building. So I think that was like 85 or 86. I moved to the Bomb Building, and that's where I met you. I met Taboo, Quarter, Snipes, Young, Just, the whole story behind a lot of the things that we've been involved in from the Bomb Building. That was like my start of really, you know what I mean, getting into the entertainment business, and even being a wild boy. Even though when I was in high school, I was in elementary school, I was still kind of wild and, you know, protecting the people that was less fortunate to defend themselves. I was always that kind of crusader guy.
What do you think made you you didn't start off being wild as a little baby, little kid, right? So what do you think?
I actually was.
A baby?
Like,
a baby?
Like, yo, when I went to elementary school.
When I say wild, I'm saying the things that you do when you're older, you couldn't do that when you was a baby. So what I'm saying is, what made your mind frame? Was it the area that we was in that you grew into that, to really being wild, and, you know, as far as fighting and guns and things like that?
When I was little, when I was a young child and shit, and we was living in Brooklyn, like, I remember me and my older brother having to fight kids all the time, because you know what, when kids think you soft, they're gonna test you.
Right.
So when you're a young kid, that's where you really get all of your bones from in your heart, when you're young, because that tests you. Because young kids are they're very bad, like they're very wild, and they don't have no compassion or nothing like that. So if you don't got the right sneakers on, or if you're not dressed a certain way, or even if you got the right sneakers on and you dress a certain way, they want to take what you got. They want to joke on you. They want to play with you. And if you don't have that heart to stand up for yourself, then, you know what I'm saying, like that right there will determine who you are or who you're going to be unless you
Right.
grow up and get hard. Because I knew a lot of guys that were kind of soft when they were younger, and then when they got bigger, they turned to killers. You know what I'm saying? But me, I was always the guy that was standing up for myself. Like I always had heart. Even when I was in elementary school, I would hold down the like the nerds or the softer kids that other people would bother. So, and I was kind of popular because I was always out there doing what I do. I was always out in the streets. When they always talk about, yo, I'm outside. Like I've been outside since I was like 6, going to school by myself and running
Right.
around, having a girlfriend and everything like that. So I kind
Right.
of was a little older. I acted a little older than I was. And it probably stemmed from me being poor and was just out in the streets just figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Hey Mo, you got something you want to ask him real quick before I go on?
Yo,
Salute. 050 movement in the building.
50 salute. It's crazy how, you know, it's a small world. The first time I met Worldarama, I was at the Teller Blair.
oh, Terrell Blair?
Blair. Yeah.
I just saw him the other day at Five Mike's release party. Word.
That's the first time I was like in like 2016, 17. You was
Wow.
Yeah.
in the building, and I remember taking a picture of you and a couple of people and stuff like that. But at that time, I didn't know your name.
Right.
And then it was plenty of times I see you at events, and then all of a sudden, yo, y'all grew up together, and he knew. I'm like, wow, that's a small world.
Yeah, when I found that out too, I was like, wow. I was like, Mo Knowledge, you fuck with my man Q Life. Like, that's my homie, like from when we was little childhood friends type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was, you know what I'm saying? I was happy to know that you rocking with my day one and shit.
And it's crazy because I got a chance to perform, and you had your children out at that time on stage.
Oh yeah. That's right. So you was around when I was doing that shit. Yeah.
I ain't know you knew Q Life at that time. You
I
feel me?
know. I didn't know you knew him.
It's crazy because a lot of people that know me, Mo Knowledge winds up either knowing or I know people he know. I want to get to this real quick though, right? What made you transition from when you was doing your thing, when you started the Grind Hard TV? What made you say, I wanna bring my kids into this. I want to bring them into the light. Because you know, a lot of people sometimes we don't want to bring our kids into the light because of what's going on and stuff like that. But what was it in your heart that said, you know what, I wanna start something for them?
Well, you know, I always was all about fatherhood because me not knowing both of us, matter of fact, not knowing our pops, period. Like I was always adamant about, you know what I'm saying, pushing fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? Because I always wondered what it would be like if I knew my pops. You know what I mean? That was always something that I always thought about. You know what I mean? Not that him not being around didn't make me a man already because the streets raised me. But, you know what I mean? I always wanted to push that fatherhood agenda out there because I felt like us fathers that's here trying to do the right thing, we don't never get a good rap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
just so hard for us to try to do what we supposed to do as men and be there for our children. But I've always wore a managerial hat. Like you remember, even when I was working with my brother, the Bag of Bones back in the days, and I was pressing up his records and getting them shows and booking studio time and getting them deals and shit like that. When I started Grind Hard TV in 04, out of nowhere, my sons just came to me and they saw me rapping in the living room and they was like, Dad, we want to rap. And I was like, y'all don't want to rap. Y'all playing around. Like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all little niggas don't want to rap and nothing like that. And they was like, we serious. So, and it's episodes of this out here. So people can't say, oh, I'm just saying this or I'm capping. There's Grind Hard TV or the Hard series episodes of them sitting down when they first came to me and wanted to rap and they write in their rhymes. I got footage of it. Like I've always got my cameras rolling. I'm always documenting shit. So you could see these guys sitting down on an episode and they writing their rhymes and shit like that. And I would help them out and stuff like that. And, you know, since I already was doing a lot of video production and marketing and managing, it was easy for me to take them under the wing and really go full throttle with them. It's just that for them, it was too much for them. You know what I'm saying? They was young.
I was about to ask you how did they take? I was gonna ask you that. How did they take it? Like, did they once they got into it and they seen the work and that they had to put in and the grind time, did they start falling back? Like, yo, pops, man, I don't know, man, if I could do this anymore. And like, what was it? What was that experience like? You know what I mean?
Well, it was a wonderful experience at first. I was
Right.
so proud of them, watching them develop, watching them, you know what I'm saying, like get on stage and have that cadence and that showmanship. Like I really loved it. But after so much of doing shows and traveling out of town and in the studio and just being hard on them about, yo, we got to get this right, we got to get this right. They started looking at it as now as a job and not as a fun thing. And I don't want to never leave this out. I don't never want to leave this out because we always talk about stuff like this and we got to have all of the facts. Like they're both the young Horse 3 and Horse 4, like they're from different mothers. So
Right.
their mothers, the mothers didn't get along. So every time we was at events, it would be an issue with the mothers. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like didn't help them either wanting to do the shit because
Okay.
every time they would do.
So let me get this straight. So their mothers would have a problem with, because their kids, all right, because they have problems, they would bring it to that. They'll make it a problem with the kids, basically.
Not with the kids, but with each other. Like when we would go to shows, it would always be some type of argument or some beefing or dirty looks, or one got to
But
stay
what does
over there
that
with
got
his
to do?
mother.
Why does the mother have to come? What does that have to do with them if you're doing something for the kids?
You absolutely right. But you know, these are their mothers. So they feel like, oh, my son is going to do a show. I'm gonna go and support my son. But then when they go there, come there to support their son, then they see the other mother,
So
and then it was always some bickering shit. So I think that was a factor too that made them not want to do it. Aside from me working them real hard, it was the fact that we would be at shows, and at the shows it would be a lot of bickering. So I
so
understood that.
I want to what I want to say to that is, and I'm glad that, because this is a topic to talk about. You know, it's sad to say that if you saying that you coming to support, but then you do that, that's not supporting your child at that time. Because
Kind of
if I came
tarnishing.
to, right, so if you coming to support, come to support and leave that behind. Let's deal with that at another place. A different place and time. You understand what I'm saying? So when we think about it, we got to understand, and not just women, men too. We're just saying, in a situation like this, when it comes to the children, and we're not going to say kids because they children, right? It has to come a point in time where, if we really supporting the children, if we're really doing this for the children, then let's put to the side our differences that we have going on. If I have a problem with, if it's me and I have a problem with, my baby mother's um um
New man, the
boyfriend,
new
new
baby
man,
father.
whoever it is, right? If my kids are here and this event is for my children, then we're gonna take care of the children at that time. This is what we're
That's
gonna put
easier
that to
said
the
than done
side.
though.
It is. But what I'm saying is, we have to, it can be easy if you really love your kids. If you, not saying she don't really love her kids, but I'm saying, if you really love your kids, right, and you really want to support them, you can put certain things to the side. It's not like the girl, I'm pretty sure the other girl wasn't coming in with a knife or a gun trying to do nothing to her. So
Right.
that's what I mean. When unnecessary drama, we have to start learning how to deal with with that type of drama. And when we're around children, it's a certain place and time. It's a manual. You know what I'm saying? And it's rules that we got to start blind by when it comes to children, when it comes to business, when it comes to family. So that's what PBN Network is about, and that's why I'm glad that you said that. And we're talking about that because it's a great thing what you're doing, but then we don't. It be other things that ruin certain things. So
Yeah.
but I love that you did that, Mo. It seemed like, Mo, you got something to say. I think.
Yeah, you know, when you go out like that, and you as a father, you furthering your you furthering your child's education and stuff like that. You an adult, a parent, you supposed to have certain type of morals. You know what I'm saying? Like a moral obligation is to not care about what another person's looking at you, grilling you, or you just did for your child, for your child. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We as kids, we can't get caught up on words, or negative looks. Sometimes you just gotta let that shit pass by, man. And at the end of the day, if somebody ice grilling me, Say a baby father's ice grilling me, and his child is there, and then my child is there, same mother. I'm gonna act like he doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's my moral compass.
Exactly. Like everybody has a different perspective on how they're gonna be when it comes to their child and how they're gonna conduct themselves. And you know what I mean? Like I had multiple talks and multiple arguments at times about this situation. And eventually as the kids got older and the work got harder, and then their mothers, because you know, kids, young boys, their loyalty is gonna be to their moms. So if one son is feeling a way that the brother's mother is feeling about his mom's, then of course that's going to affect their productivity, and that's going to make them not be as enthusiastic about doing it. And me being the father that I am, that I don't want them to do something when they're not going to give it their all. I don't like seeing them on stage and them having issues, because right before the show it was an issue with their mothers and shit like that, and they wasn't performing at their best. That's embarrassment to me. Not even just the moms, not even just the moms bickering, but when they get on stage to project what we put together in front of that crowd, if they're not giving it their all because they have other things on their mind or other situations that just arise, you know what I mean? I'm not going to force them to do it. So when they came to me and said they didn't want to do it anymore after we put out 3 videos and we toured and we did mad shit, I was a little upset about it, but I was also happy at the same time, because I was like, I don't want them to be having to go through this neither. Sometimes you got to give up shit to make it, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you guys got to learn to let shit go. And I didn't force them to do it. They wanted to do it, and I pushed them real hard because I have with that managerial hat, and we were doing really well. And we were going, I feel like I was about to get them a deal. But when they said they didn't want to do it no more, and I started noticing us at shows and they wasn't giving it they all, and they wasn't too excited about doing their thing, I just was like, you know what? I'm not going to force y'all to do something that y'all don't really want to do, because I don't want to be embarrassed out here. And around that time, that's when drill started really getting crazy, and all of the young kids was more on like drill and trap and stuff like that. And they wasn't rapping like that. They was rapping that golden era style, because that's what they heard from me all the time. And they kind of was like swaying away from what I was doing with them. Because right now, I just recently found out, that both of them, they've been secretly doing drill stuff on their own. Like they know how to be on their phone and get drill beats and rap over them. So one time my whole 3, he was telling me, Mumu, he was like, Dad, like, I want you to hear something. So he played me the stuff, and I was like, damn, this nigga sound dope. But it's just the content that they was talking about that I didn't like. And I told him, I said, yo, if y'all change that content, because I'll promote y'all doing drill, but y'all got to be rapping drill with some positive stuff. And if y'all really change that content that y'all rapping about, because that's all for fun. And I told him that ain't never coming out with y'all talking like that. But I'm like, if y'all change that content, y'all niggas will be on go right now, nigga. Y'all will be up, because I'm in a position where I could take my, you know what I'm saying, them to the next level. But I ain't letting them come out talking like that. Like that's a no-go. And they secretly did that shit. Like, so, and I already know that they have the talent because they really good at it. But now they doing the drill stuff. But the stuff that they talking about is all cap, and I ain't with that. You don't need to be rapping about that. You ain't doing that. You ain't living that. I've been here for you all your life. You ain't talking about that, doing that shit. And I'm not allowing that to come out with y'all niggas saying that. Y'all just trying to fit into a trend and talk the shit that these other people talking, and I ain't feeling that, and that's never gonna see the light of day. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you bring up the thought as they secretly did it. And you know how secretly do.
Breaking up, your thing is going in and out, Mo.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. I know how it feels when sons secretly do. It's like they don't do it on your watch. They do it on a woman's watch. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, they know better not to do it on your watch.
Of course. Like, I'm a real stern pops. Like, I don't take no shit. I'll be laughy and jokey and shit. Everybody see that, but I'm really like stern with my shit. So my kids, they know. And I would love for them to do it and get back in the game. You know what I mean? But they can't rap about that stuff. They can rap on drill all day, but you ain't talking about killing niggas, fucking bitches, talking about suck your dick. You ain't doing none of that with me. That ain't happening. When you become an adult and you might want to do that, that's on you. But now you under my watch, to you over 18 and doing what you do, I don't condone that, and my kids ain't doing it.
So so worldarama, right? I want to ask you something because like I said, positive beats negative. We've grown into grown men now. We're not little kids anymore, right?
Yep.
I try to tell some people sometimes, and when I post videos, they're like, "Yo, but you're doing all this positive stuff now, but you once was that gangster. You once was that dude in the street, right?" But I try to let them know too. At the same time, it was different. We weren't doing these young children. They don't have any respect, no morals, no honor, and loyalty anymore, right? So
Right.
I want you to explain to them even the situation with me and you. Like you guys, when you were older, you wouldn't allow us to do certain things that we would hurt ourselves or we'll hurt an old lady or a child, right? So
Right.
give them a little the incident that happened when I took the first gun from the trap house, and you came back. Let them know what happened,
Yeah,
because
I ain't gonna front. I was mad at you. I screamed on you and shit. We like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Who told you to touch that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I know back then it was like gun heaven. Like we was all out there, guns galore, and you know
right,
what I'm saying? But it was more of a respect thing. We respected the elderly, we respected women and children. You know
right,
what I'm saying? We wasn't out there just recklessly doing shit and randomly and recklessly shooting up crazy dumb shit like that. You know what
right,
I'm saying? And it was more of a big brother uncle type of vibe where we made sure that the right things got done righteously. You know what I'm saying? Because
right,
back then, you know what I'm saying, 5% Nation was pretty relevant in us. And so, everybody was speaking, you know what I'm saying, that the mathematics, everybody was having knowledge of self. And if we wasn't studying lessons, we still was guided by the OGs that would have us do the right thing, and we wouldn't be out there doing dumb shit. So Q Life, I ain't
right,
gonna front, you know what I'm saying? You coming up under us, you know what I'm saying, us the older guys, you know what I mean? You was definitely influenced by us, and you was trying to move fast for sure. You was out there moving fast, and shout out to A21. That's where we kept all of the guns and all of the everything we did. And yeah, everybody had access to it. The whole clique, you know what I'm saying? And you,
yeah,
Tab, a couple of y'all was the younger guys, and y'all was so fiending to like be out there in the streets that y'all was, take hammers and shit and go out there and try to do little robberies and little shit like that to make shit happen. And when we would catch y'all, we'd be like, yo, who told y'all to take these out the house and shit like
right,
that? Like we would chastise y'all and make sure that y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying, get yourselves into shit. But you could talk to a motherfucker as much as you want to, but sometimes people gonna have to learn on their own. So
right,
just like what you
right,
did, you went away, you know what I'm saying? You went away and did 5 joints or whatever for what you did. And we could have talked you till you was blue in the face, but you had to figure it out on your own too.
right,
And you did. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You went out there and did some things that couldn't take back, and you had
But
to, you know what I'm saying?
I can honestly say this though. I didn't have somebody like me talking to me the way I'm talking now to the youth. Like I didn't have that. I mean, you guys were definitely letting me know when something happened, like, yo, don't do this, or something's about to happen, don't do that. But I think that if I had, it was more so for me. I didn't have my parents at all, no mother, no father, and I didn't have that person that was really on me every day,
Right.
trying to really
Because we was
preach to
we was out here, we was out in the streets doing wild shit too. So all of
right,
y'all, the younger generation, y'all was following us. So we could tell you,
right,
don't do this, don't do that. But y'all see us on the block all
right,
day,
right, right,
swinging, acting wild and crazy. Y'all like, oh, y'all doing this, so I want to do it. So I understand exactly where we came from. We could try to tell you, yo, don't be like me, don't do this, don't do that. But you see us doing it every day. You coming outside to go to school or just outside playing, and we
right,
outside doing shit. Of course, y'all gonna follow suit. You know what I mean?
right. So
So I understand what it was.
with we grew past that. Um, and now we are here. We're in a world where negative is what's up. That's the new trend. And being positive, you don't get rewarded. I watched the Monique video. Salute and much praise is due to Monique. I watched the Monique interview on Shay Shay, and she was
Oh, I didn't watch
speaking.
that yet. I didn't watch that yet. I want to watch that. I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, she was speaking a lot of truth, a lot of truth. And just what we go through now to understand what we've been through in the past and then to know what's going on now. It's like, do you ever sit back and just say, I'm proud of myself because of what you've
Yeah,
been through so much, and then now what you are, the man that you became today, that you're so proud of yourself?
yeah. Yeah, because I've done so much things, but like I said, coming up through like welfare hotels and shelters and being poor and stuff like that, I always wanted more. You feel me? Like,
Right.
so when I was on the street doing crimes, I always had a job or I always stayed in school. So even if I was doing crimes in the streets, I was still like, that's why like when I caught cases and I was able to plead guilty to probation, the probation officers would always like not watch me. They would just give me questionnaires. Because I was always working or going to school, so they didn't know. Like when I would go to the, like, I remember how Big Noy used to say, I used to walk in the PO office with the hammer, and then that was
Right.
me, because they never searched me. I always would walk around the metal detector because I just went in there to fill out a questionnaire, because the POs would always say, well, this guy right here, he's working, he going to school, he doing his thing. We don't really need to monitor him like that.
Right.
Without them knowing that I was really that goon in the street, but I was always wanting more. So I stayed on a positive note since then. Even when I was in the street going wild crazy, I stayed in school. When I caught my first case, remember me, Quan, and Ellsworth, we caught our first case. I got kicked out of high school because of that when I went to Rikers Island. And when I got out, I did a couple of months on Rikers Island when I was like 16, 17. And I went to city-ass schools on Rikers Island. And those credits actually counted when I got out of jail to get back into high
Oh, they
school
did?
and finish.
They did?
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Yeah, so my credits counted. And then, while I was in high school, I went and got a job. So my first little job, I was working in Wendy's, but I still was a goon in the street doing shit, but I always knew that I wanted more. So I kept a job and I went to school. So all of these cases that I caught, they were serious cases. But when I got the probation, the PO not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of times people be like, I'm on parole or I'm on probation, and the PO is riding them. It's because you're not being productive. If they see
Right.
you being productive, they're not going to worry about you. They're going to give you a questionnaire just to fill out. You come in there, drop it off, check in with them, and you out of there. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of dudes wasn't on that type of time. And like I said, I came up poor, so I always wanted more. So I wasn't just going to let my life be dwindled away, because when I finished high school and the year I graduated, you know what I'm saying, I was out in the street doing wild shit, and sometimes the tables turned and I got stabbed 20 times when I was 19, just coming out of high school and shit like that. And I survived that shit. You know what I mean? And I
So
think
can you
about,
tell us? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, how did that come about? The stabbing.
well, when we moved, when we was living in the bomb building in '89, the bomb building had a fire. You know what I'm saying? And we went, once the building burned down, our D side, there was A, B, C, and D, and the D and the B side was the one that got hit the worst. We was right back into a shelter. We moved to Harlem in a Harriet Tubman shelter, and we was in there for a few months. And
Right.
then after that, my mom's, like I said, my mom's was so connected with, like, you know what I'm saying, the community and events and stuff like that, that we got right into Palmanac houses in Flushing. So we didn't have to stay back in the shelter system for a long time. But when I moved to Flushing, I always was coming back to East Elmhurst, the bomb building, because that's my fam. Those were my peoples. We was out there. We was a whole squad, because we was doing music. We was going to do shows in the city real deep. But it was niggas in Flushing that was supposed to be the guys. And then I moved out there, and I see people was kind of like intimidated and nervous of some guys out there. So I'm a little young wild boy from the Hearst. I'm like, who these niggas? So, long story short, back and forth. I did this to them. They did this to me, back and forth, back and forth. And it was all over my brother getting into some issues with one of the kids, and I'm going back to protect them. And all of the back and forths, I wound up getting jumped by a bunch of dudes and stabbed. And you know what I mean? I almost lost my life.
Wow. That
You know what I mean?
right there, thank God that you didn't,
Word.
those
A lot of niggas don't get stabbed 20 times in
Right.
one time and live. You feel me?
Exactly.
So that shit was like a real, like, an eye opener for me. And you know what? You do see a light flash before your eyes, and you see the light, and you try to go to the light and go like,
I've seen. I was
that
there.
shit
I've been
really
there.
happens. That shit
I've
really
been there.
happens. You know what
I
I'm saying?
definitely been there, man.
So
So real quick, For those that's tuned in right now, salute to the panel. We are doing an interview right now. So I may not be able to answer all you guys' questions. We got worldarama in the building. You now tuned in to PBN Network, Positive Beats Negative, Grind Time, No Demon Time. You know my slogan, Street Guy Turn Positive. I got my co-host, Mo Knowledge, with me. Yo, Mo Knowledge, what's your slogan?
Knock, who's there? True custodian warrior. Washing up negativities, all about positivity, grind time, no game time. You already know. Shout out to my big brother Q Life for giving this opportunity. Shout out to my big mama, joining positive broadcast.
You already know. That's a fact.
Definitely. Salute to everybody that's in the panel. My aunt Lucille's in the building. Breaking Dawn is in the building. Sean Prince in the building. Tanya's in the building. What's up, Tanya? Divine Spiritual Nurse is in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got Jamaica in the building. Timothy Bolden in the building. You know, we here, man. Sincere's in the building. We got the call-in number, y'all. We got a call-in number. We listen, PBN Network. We got the call-in number right there. You understand? 516-698-4409. If you want to call in, if you have any questions that you want to ask Worldarama, myself, or Mo Knowledge about the topics that we're talking about right now, call in. You can call in right now, man. We are here. You know, Worldarama though, right? So, Grind Hard TV.
Right.
You've been doing that for a long time now. You've been doing that longer than I've been doing PBN Network. So I know the grind. I know that, you know, sometimes you can get frustrated and you can feel like you want to give up because you're not getting what you think you deserve. You understand what I'm saying? What keeps Grind Hard TV together right now? What's making you say, I'm gonna keep going? I'm gonna keep pushing, you know, my product and my project, period. And keep it together and never give up. What? Talk to us. Explain that to us.
Well, for my love of hip hop, because Q Life, the neighborhood we grew up in, like in the building. Shout out Hassan, aka Sonny. He was all so engulfed in the music industry, and it was a neighborhood full of nothing but rappers. Like I was hooked from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Eric B come through with Rakim, G-Rap coming to the building, LL, Kid and Play, Kwame, Salt and Pepper. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody with beat nuts from out there. Like it was so many big, because in the 80s and the 90s, hip hop was big. Hip hop was big then with all of these guys, Big Daddy Kane, all these guys. And we would see all of these guys in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? They come through with their Gucci, Louis stuff, Dapper Dan shit, gold chains, fly cars and all that. That shit is fascinating to us as young kids out in the street doing little crimes, trying to get money. And that rapper shit turned me on to like, yo, remember I said I grew up poor, so I always wanted more. So when I seen this stuff, my eyes lit up like, oh, I could do this and I could be like that. Oh, this is what I want. And you know what I mean? Like it stuck with me, bro. So as we was rapping and we was doing our thing, and then when I formed the Grind Hard thing in 2004, you know what I mean? Like it gave me a platform now to where I didn't have to beg nobody to put my videos on a platform or beg nobody to do certain things. I started my own shit. See, I'm a type of dude where I ain't taking no for an answer. So if a dude is not rocking with me or trying to play my stuff or support me, then I'm gonna create something where you're gonna have to support me, because now my platform could support other artists. They could be on my joint. You know what I'm saying? And I've been running with it all of this time because I love the culture, and I love to just keep contributing to the hip hop culture. Like my contributions to hip hop culture is very deep. You know what I'm saying? And I'm never going to get this up. I'm gonna die being in this hip hop culture. This is my religion. So you know what I mean? Like I ain't never giving this up. I don't give a fuck. And the one thing that I really love about Hip Hop 50 that just happened was it gave light to a lot of the eldersmen in rap and hip hop to show people that there's no age limit on this shit. You feel me? There's still motherfuckers out here that's in their late 40s and 50s and 60s and stuff like that could still make it happen and still doing very well and still could wrap circles around these young niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I like the new stuff too. I just don't like the stuff that they talking about. You know what I mean? But I like the drill dancing and sturdy and all of that stuff, and the fact that it's rejuvenating itself and it's keeping on going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always going to do this. I'm never going to stop rapping. I'm never going to stop creating. I'm never going to stop promoting artists. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to stop like managerial marketing and doing all of that stuff. And another thing I wanted to say was because somebody in the chat said, "Oh, I didn't give my kids Mad Soul." Like they was talking about the clothing line that I was promoting, Mad Soul. And one of the reasons why I started Grind Hard, because from 2000 to 2004, I've been marketing and merchandising a clothing line called Mad Soul Clothing, and it was like built on the 4 elements of hip hop. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mark D'Amelio. You know what I'm saying? For all of the people that don't know, that's the D'Amelio family that blew up on TikTok.
My fault. Hold on.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just messing with this layout. My bad. I'm. Okay, do your thing. I hear you.
All right. So you know what I mean? Like I was working with them doing that, and around that time, that's when the DVD game started really popping. So we was like, "Yo, let's do something where we could promote the brand ourselves." Because at that time we was paying like $6,000 a month for XXL ads and paying a whole bunch of money for like Vibe and different shit like that. So I would tell my guy Mark, I would be like, "Yo, son, like me and my guy, we about to start doing some TV, some public access stuff, and some DVDs, and we could just put some of the money into that, marketing and promoting that, and we could go." Because the dude, shout out my guy Craze from All Access DVD. The All Access DVD was the first DVD to really take off, and then it was Smack after that. Then it was what you was involved in, Q. So when All Access came out, Craze came to me before he dropped the first one, and he sat in the office with me. He was like, "Yo, World, I got this DVD thing I'm about to do. It's the next wave, and I want you to be involved." He said, "I already got Adidas involved and other shit like that." And he was like, "Yo, if you get your boss to give me like 10,000, I would put y'all all in the DVD, and you know what I'm saying, dress people in your clothes and everything like that." So I brought it to my guy Mark, and he didn't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people that came to us with ideas, and sometimes it was just for them to try to get money, or it was a really good innovative idea that came across our desk. And it really came through me because I was the street nigga that everybody knew. And I was out there clothing people and dressing people and buying out the bars at the clubs and shit to really get our shit networking. So when I brought certain things to his attention, he probably didn't believe, not probably, he didn't believe that, you know what I'm saying, I was bringing something so valuable to the table. But when that All Access DVD dropped, the DVD game took the fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely did.
Definitely did, my nigga. And from that's when me and Infman, we did Grind Hard TV DVDs. So we wasn't just on public access. We also had DVDs of it. It was Grind Hard TV DVDs. So I was trying to get my guy Mark to put some marketing dollars behind this, because we already was giving CDs and headbands and wristbands to like Dr. J's and Zoomies and all these different stores. When the kids brought the clothes, they would get mixtapes. Matter of fact, I got one of the mixtapes. I re-released one of the mixtapes, and it's on my SoundCloud page. Ron G hosted one of the mixtapes, My Soul mixtape volume 2.
Salute to Ron G, man.
Yes, shout out Ron G. You know what I'm saying? So
Picasso in the building. We see you, man.
Shout out everybody that's is in the chats. You know what I mean? But so he didn't believe in a lot of things that I brought to the table, which would have essentially helped us corner the market, because it was some innovative shit. That's just like when YouTube first came out. A lot of people didn't believe in YouTube. That's when cryptocurrency and all that first came out. A lot of people didn't believe in it. Some people jumped on it late. But when the DVD game came out, we was on it. Well, I was on it, and me and Inf Mega was on it, and I tried to bring it to my guy Mark. And you know what I'm saying? No shade to him, because that's my guy. I love my bro and everything. But he didn't believe in it at the time, and you know what I mean? Like, ultimately, we lost out on certain things.
What's up with the brother Inf Mega, man? What's going on with him?
I know not too long ago, I remember seeing him. He was doing like some video footage for Lord Jamal, and because he formed his own thing called Inf Mega Films. And he was running around with like Lord Jamal and different people filming and shit like that with his own brand now. And like maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 years in, he's went and started his own thing, Inf Mega Films. And I kept Grind Hard TV going on for the last 15 years. I've been running this shit by myself. And it's a lot when you're doing this shit by yourself, but the gratitude that I get from it, from people knowing what it is and people paying attention to it, like that gives me a lot of gratitude that I feel like, you know what, all this hard work that I've been putting in and this contributions that I've been making to the game, people's paying attention. So I'm never gonna give up on this shit, son. For
No
real.
doubt.
Word up.
No doubt. So we in the segment now of we do trick questions.
Okay.
We're gonna do some positive beats negative questions too. But right now, I want my brother Mo Knowledge, because he been sitting back for a little while, man. He
Yeah,
being
Mo, you
very
real quiet right
yeah,
now,
he's
boy.
being
What's up?
patient. He's being patient right now. He's real quiet right now. So, but I want him to do his thing right now. This is his part of the segment, PBN. You know what I'm saying? Where we ask trick questions. So, worldarama, I hope you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Because this man right here, he knows how to ask some trick questions. I'm telling you. Sometimes they don't even be
Okay.
trick questions. Be real. It needs to be real. So,
All
Mo
right, let's
Knowledge,
go.
man, we gonna give you the floor right now, Mo Knowledge, and we're gonna let you see if Worldarama Grind Hard TV is ready for your trick questions. All right? Let's
All right,
do it.
let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Put me on the spot. Damn.
I had to. Shot Street, what's going on? Chanel in the building. So whenever you're ready, Mo, whenever you're ready. Hmm. I know why you thinking, because I know why he thinking. I'm gonna talk to him offline though about that. I know why he thinking. I'm on it. I was on his heels before about this, but he going. I know it's okay.
What's the only thing that glows in the dark? What's the only thing that glows in the dark?
Idea.
Nah.
Only thing that glows in the dark.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like that answer though, but nah.
Only thing
That's a
that
nice
glows.
answer. That's a good answer though. But
It would be it
Uh,
would be good if we actually was in his head.
right.
pause. Whoa,
You say
I
it is
got.
that,
Whoa.
yeah.
I got
Yeah.
whoa.
Hey,
Hey,
yo.
we gonna submit this this part right here. Camera on and them niggas. It is what it is, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
The only thing that glows in the dark, I don't know. You got me on that one.
You sure?
The
Come
only
on.
thing that glows in the dark.
The moon.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Moon.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
The moon.
All right. So
Give him another one, Dad. Give him another one.
another one. How many days are in a year?
Oh yeah, this one. I forgot this one
How
too.
many days?
How
Well,
Oh
many
no,
we
I
know
didn't forget it.
days?
we know it's 365 days in a year, but I don't know. Like, do you meaning something else? Because 365 days, like, you know what I'm saying?
How many? That's what I said. Look at the question though. It's a key word within this whole question. I'm gonna put emphasis on the word. How many
What days? How
days?
many days?
Yeah, days. The key word.
Okay, so you mean days like the daytime to nighttime?
Nah, just the meaning of a. What's the meaning of a day?
24 hours.
Nah. We know it's 24 hours in a day. You know what I'm saying? But what's a day?
Shah said depends on which term we going with.
Yeah,
Um,
those are
Head
days.
lady in charge said 365.
These
But
is trick
this is
questions for sure.
this is for him
These
to
are
answer.
trick
This is
questions
hey,
for
listen,
sure.
y'all. This is for World of Rhyme to answer, man.
I'm
We gonna get
Nah,
to
they can
y'all.
help. Yo, they can help me out. Help me out, because I'm saying 365 days. Now, if I would have thought about it as of just the days and nights, then it would be half of 365. You feel me? Like, because we just talking about days, but I don't know. Like you said, it's a trick question, so I don't really know. You know
really
what I mean? Like
if
what you getting at?
you know what a day is, you're gonna get this answer. How many days are in a year?
Mm.
The year's throwing you off, but if you look at the day and you count the days, and you're gonna tell me the number how it is in a year. How many days? How many days are in a year?
365, my guy.
I'm gonna give you the answer.
wait. Now don't give him the answer yet. Hold on. So in the comments we got Shot Street said 5 or 7. Right? Head Lady Charge said 365. Break of Dawn said 7. Monday. Somebody said 5. Yeah. So
the answer is 7 days a year because you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It repeats itself.
trick question.
Oh, so see, that's what I'm saying. It's a trick question, so I get
It
it.
is. I
So
said that.
it's only
I said that from the beginning. I said these are trick
yeah,
questions
yeah,
now.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's I get it. I get it. Now.
Right.
You know
So
I get it.
we go to school and they tell us it's 365 days, but really 7 days within a year.
Yeah, because they just it's just 7 days being repeated over and over again. So yeah, that was a trick question. You got to give me another one because I got to get at least one right. I can't get all of them wrong.
Right.
Oh man. Whew.
Yo, hold on. Head Lady in Charge, check your message. Check your message.
Check my message.
No, I'm talking to Head Lady in Charge. Check your message.
Oh. Hold on.
The call-in number, y'all, 516-698-4409. Call in if you have any questions, if you want to talk to Worldarama, Q Life, or more knowledge about what's going on right now. You now tuned in to PBN Network, Positive Beats Negative, Grind Time, No Demon Time. Y'all already know what it is, man. We here to change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And we're here for the youth. That's the main thing. We wanna make sure that the youth knows the manual. You feel me?
Are you ready?
Y'all know what it is. But you got another one?
Yeah. You ready?
Go, man.
Worldarama, you ready?
Yep.
What is the 2 things that you would never eat for breakfast?
Oh, this a new
Lunch
one.
and dinner.
Huh?
Lunch and dinner.
Got it right.
You got that one.
What's right, baby?
Yo, hold
You know
on.
what I'm saying?
Hold on. I don't like that. I don't like that one. I think that you gave him an easy one because he ain't getting none right. That was easy. That was too easy, my guy.
Nah, that was a trick question. Like, what are the 2 things you know what I mean? That's easy, like right there. Lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner. That's what I'm saying, man. Come
All
on.
right. So let's go. Let's give me another one then.
Another one? All right, hold on. I gotta look at my stash. Right?
He got to go to the stash real quick.
Go
to the stash. But while he does that, right? Damn. Nah, because we're going to get into that. And I know it's going to get crazy. We might as well just wait. But what's next? What's next for Grind Hard TV, though, man? What you got going on? What's the next project that's going on? Because you out there. I see you out there.
All right, so I got I'm about to put Grind Hard TV back on public access. You know what I mean? We was off of it for a while, so I'm gonna put it back on there. I'm gonna put our episodes because we was used to putting half an hour episodes. So now I'm gonna put our episodes of Grind Hard TV on public access. So you what? You'll be able to see Grind Hard TV on Verizon and Spectrum and all of those channels that they got. And you know what I mean? That's one. 2, I got another project coming out called They Love World, and that's a project with me, Crucial Mr. One Love, and an R&B singer named Daylight. So it's a hip hop artist, which is myself, a reggae artist, Crucial Mr. One Love, and an R&B singer named Daylight. And that's what They Love World means. It's a play on our names. And the first single off that is called Hating on Me, because it's playing off the name They Love World. And the first single was called Hating on Me. And the EP is produced by this dude named Cover. You know what I mean? If y'all listen to the radio and you always hear something clean or dirty, he's like a very well-known producer out in New York City. He rocks with DJ Spazzo really hard. And I got a whole EP coming out with him. And that's the first single off that. I also have another EP coming out with Blue Diaz, who produced my latest records, Go Bay Bay and Queens Get the Money. That's called Worldarama's Vision. And the next single off that joint is called Cold World with $1 Million Smiles. And that's coming out soon. I just submitted that to a licensing company because I also signed a deal with a licensing company called Fundamental Music. So a lot of my music that I make will be submitted for TVs and movies. So really that's more so what I'm focused on now is just making non-sampled music to submit to my label for them to put my shit on movies and TVs as well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm also focusing on the new Horse series with my son and his whole basketball season.
We got I think we got a caller coming in. We got a caller in.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's going on? We got a caller in right now. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing? What's happening?
I'm all right. What's going on? We got Worldarama. We interviewing Worldarama tonight, Grind Hard TV. We in the building. You got a question you want to ask?
Well, yeah, I do got a question I want to ask. Well, first I want to say that I'm still so proud of you, Q. You and Mo, y'all both doing your thing. I remember the last time I was on the show with my mama in the background. She was trying to answer more questions.
Thank you.
I just wanted to shout y'all out. My question would be, worldarama. I'm sorry. It's the worldarama.
Right.
Worldarama. What would be your advice to artists? Give me the best advice to independent artists that is trying to stream in New York City. And I want to publish this. Okay? And put it on media. But give me your best advice.
I would say be original, don't give up, and don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Like, get a job. If you ain't got no money, go get a job just to invest in your career and be original. Don't try to make what everybody else is making. You know what I mean? Like, make the smart investment moves for yourself. Don't never give up and be original. Like, I know this is a different era where everybody want to carbon copy everybody, but I can tell you this right now. If you do something different and your joint go viral, or you make the right investments with your money as far as marketing is concerned or campaigns for yourself, like, you could really go. Because you could get money off this shit. It ain't really, you don't really have to sign a major deal anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's about really knowing how to generate income off of your stuff. So just know what you're doing, know your business, and don't give up and invest in yourself, man, because you could get that money turned right back around. See, me, I signed a deal with a licensing company instead of a record deal because, you know what I mean, with licensing, that's residual money forever. You know what I mean? Like a movie pick up my song and that joint gets played every time that movie's played, or anytime a TV show plays my joint or a commercial plays my joint, I collect residual income off that. You know what I'm saying? That's royalties. That's what royalties is about. And that happens forever. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get an advance for them picking your joint up, and you'll get royalty residuals for the rest of your life. And that's the thing that the Locks and a lot of these guys was crying about Puffy took from them. He took their royalties and they publish it. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? Like, it's ways you could get money out here. You don't have to just keep trying to chase Def Jam or Universal or anything like that. Dumb dudes will step to you when you out here getting money and you promoting yourself and you making it happen for yourself. They're gonna come to you regardless. They're gonna want to get in on what you're doing, and that's when you have that leverage and power to negotiate what you want to do. But just stay focused, be original, and invest in yourself, and never give up. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up. I've been doing this shit for many years, and I've been making my money on the side and different things like that. But the love that I have for this is what keeps me going. So if there's some days where I don't make the money to cover expenses, I'm covering it out my pocket because I know I'm going to keep my shit going no matter what.
Okay, I can feel that. I could definitely. That's where I came in, and as a Black woman, I started to negotiate and set up solutions, but for independent artists. But right now, it's more about giving back the shine. So my next question would be for all three of y'all. Everybody having a background, especially, you know, Q, I knew you for years. Right. Especially having a background, what is some advice that all three of y'all would give these young brothers that are emulating the music industry and what they seeing and what they exposed to. But they have that in heart dire need to want to change to being positive. Because in the streets, you don't get no love when you're trying to move on a positive wavelength. Not from your peers. You might get it from an outsource. But what would be some advice that you would give them, or that all three of y'all brothers, all three of y'all are phenomenal, to these young brothers that need to change over to a positive scene that will be better for our culture?
Well,
who going first?
Mo, let Mo go ahead, Mo.
What I was saying to youth is, you know, like worldarama said, be original, be independent, do your best not basically or copy your peers. Because at the same time, when you copy and compete with your peers, you might set yourself back 10 years and then you got to reset and redo it again. So if you copy your friends, you might get locked up. If you copy your friends, you might be on drugs. If you copy your friends, you might, you know what I'm saying, business, you know what I'm saying, just because you copying your friend. You know what I'm saying? So be more original, be independent, be upright, independent, and fearless. And to add on to what Word Rhyme was saying, there's a thing called Bandcamp. You know, it's like a streaming services. You sign up to them, give them your album cover, you give them the songs, and you can promote that to the people. And when the people buy it, you get 100% of the money on Bandcamp. You're not taking nothing from it. They give you the whole money. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of putting
And
your
you could name your price. You could name your price on a project in Bandcamp. So you could make it. You could make an album $100 if you want to. If you could get enough people to go and buy it, like what Nipsey Hussle did, God bless the dead. You eating. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about getting cents on a dollar from a streaming platform or a label giving you a quarter off of an album that they selling for $14. You could do it yourself. Just invest in your marketing and make the right marketing dollars. Just to feed off of what Mo was saying. Go ahead, finish Mo knowledge.
you got artists that went to Bandcamp and say, F all these other platforms because they making money off of me, and I'm not making the money I should make. But Bandcamp definitely give you what you deserve and what you're worth, and value is where it's supposed to be at. People gonna buy it. China Mac did it. Shooter 93 did it. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle did it. So if you're around the youth, sister, let them know about Bandcamp. You know. Word.
Yeah. What I would say too is basically for the youth, a youngin getting in the game right now to stay positive is think about your life. Your life comes first. You know, um, sometimes we get caught up in the lights and the camera and and the action. You understand what I'm saying? And you forget that you're a human being. You forget that you have a life ahead of you. You have family. You understand what I'm saying? Think about that first and look at the mistakes that some of these artists that are out here that are doing the music that's gangster and the drill and wanting to kill and saying that you got beef on sight and the demon time. They're getting killed every day, nonstop. So you think about that. Think about that first before you make a decision to do the type of music that you're gonna do. That's my main thing. But to stay focused, stay positive, stay great, and just remember you're a human being at the end of the day. And no matter what, when you feel like you don't get rewarded for positivity, you really do. At the end of the day, you do. Because trust me, at the end, people are gonna be begging for Christ, begging for positivity, begging God to save them. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my thought on it. We can't keep you too long. We got to give another caller a chance to come in.
I know, but thank you.
Definitely.
Like I said, I'm definitely going to publish this, and I'll send you the media release cue.
All right.
It's been a complete pleasure, and y'all just stay positive.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for calling in. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Got a call in, worldarama. Yeah. So, Mo, matter of fact, world. So I got a question. Since this is positive beats negative, what is a positive message right now that you can give the world right now, if you had one positive message that you could give the world and they would listen right now to you, the whole world, imagine the whole world right now, everybody that you really wanted to hear Grind Hard say something, say it right now.
Stay positive and live as long as you could possibly live. You only get one life. And I know if I'd have died when I was 19, I wouldn't have had everything I have now. I wouldn't be able to be here and talking to you about all of the things that I accomplished, from being a father, you know what I'm saying, to having this show on this long and contributing to this hip hop culture and doing all of that. You young boys, y'all got to live as long as possible, man. Y'all don't even know what life is yet. Y'all dying in y'all teens and y'all early 20s. You ain't even really have no kids and watch that kid grow up and do great things yet. Grow up to be a grandfather. Grow up to make it to be at least be a grandfather. It's not cool to be out here killing and dying over nonsense because you have nothing. You didn't leave a legacy.
Right.
Everybody's going to forget about you. You didn't do enough out here to leave an imprint for when you died. All you're going to be remembered as is some young dude that got killed in some young. And it's even more tragic when you get killed on camera. You know what I'm saying? It's even more tragic when you out here doing all this wild demon time stuff that y'all be talking about, and then you get killed on camera. That's a total disrespect. It's a total disrespect and violation on your legacy. So just live as long as possible. So if that means you gotta stop doing all that street shit and stop being on demon time and get your life together, that's what you need to do, because it's great to make it to, you know what I'm saying, your late 40s and 50s and 60s and shit like that. It's great. The whole purpose of life is to live as long as possible and be great at it. Getting cut down so short, teens, early 20s, you doing your legacy a disservice.
That's a
good. That's a fact. That's a good one.
That goes into this question right here. What goes up but never comes down?
Hold up, somebody saying change the thing in you.
That's Cheeto. Salute to Cheeto. Yeah, matter of fact, real quick, Mo, before you say that, let's get into some of these, let's talk to the people real quick. Break It Dawn said, negotiate and know your value. Outlive the haters. So he said, change the thing and the thing you can roll with. You can roll with it. Make the best of everything. I guess he meant make the best of everything. Shad said, I got one. If God told you exactly how long you had to live, you'll never waste a second.
Facts.
That's facts.
But that's how you gotta live. You gotta live like every day is your last. So you gotta enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, that's a good thing, because it's like, we need to start thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, you never know when you're gonna go. So you need to live life like, yo, I might die tomorrow. So let me live it to the fullest. Let me have fun instead of being negative and being stressed out and depressed and angry about everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to do. That's what the world needs. But go ahead, Mo.
You said what goes up and never comes down?
Yeah.
Man, hold on. What goes up and never
It's crazy because you was just talking about it too.
What goes up and never comes down.
He was just talking about it.
He was just talking about it too.
Oh shit. What goes up and never comes down? Your legacy?
Nah. You actually said it too.
He said it? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, he said it.
He's fucking with you now, world.
Yeah, but these is trick questions, so I don't know what I just said and what that question pertains to. But I'm thinking, hold on, I don't want to take too long thinking because I don't want to waste time. But what goes up and never comes down? You got me, Mo. What?
Age.
Oh, there you go. That's a fact.
Wow.
That's a fact.
That's why you said to the youth, you gotta stop playing, because y'all getting sleight of hand, y'all getting tricked out here with technology to make y'all go chase something that you think that has value, but really the only value to it is death. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're going out there seeking things that pertains to death. It might look like it's money, it might look like it's opportunity, it might look like it's success,
Right.
but it might not be success for you. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
Right.
you can't jump through the loopholes. You can't play checkers. You got to play
Right.
chess. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby girl, you gotta play chess, and you got to play that game until you leave here at the age of 95, at the age of 100, 85. Like, come
Right.
on, y'all
Well,
done.
we know most of us ain't gonna live to that old, but I would be happy and grateful of a life of at least 80. If I could live to at least 80, then I'll be grateful
Well,
that I
guess
did.
what? Guess what? Now that y'all saying that, right? Well, we got to speak it into existence, though. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with more knowledge and say yeah, 100 and 120 because you know what I'm saying. But because if you think about 80, right? How old are you right now?
I'll be 50 this year.
So 80 is what? That's 30
I
more
got
years.
30 more
You got
years.
30
Look
more years. Well, now listen.
like
How
40.
fast? How fast did 50 years go?
It went kind of fast. It went kind of fast.
So imagine 30. So that means, nigga, you trying to say, nigga, you ain't got no time, nigga, huh?
Yo, I'm just saying. I'm
Woo!
thinking about it in reality, like his question, what goes up and never come down. My age ain't never come down, but just think, um, just exactly 30 years ago or 31 years ago, I was almost killed.
Right,
You feel
right.
me? So this last 30, look what I've accomplished in these 30 years. You feel me? Like I've done so much and I've had so much out here that in 30 years I can do so much more. But I know, especially us as black men, we don't be living. First of all, who going to live to 120s? Maybe only Asian people be living to that long. And even at that point, you ready to die. It's like, damn, I didn't outlived everybody. I'm done now. I'm good with this life. But
Right, right,
I
right.
feel like a long, a productive life for me, if I could live to at least 80, I would be grateful. I would be grateful and happy. And I'm already grateful and happy from the life I'm living now because of all of the things that I've been through and taught this lesson. And then I put seeds on this earth that's going to keep living after I'm gone. You know what I mean? And everything that I accomplished with my legacy. But I always say this, that God, you listening, because you always are, a life to 80 to me is plentiful, and I would enjoy that, and I could still walk around, fend for myself, and do things, and not be a decrepit old nigga in a wheelchair or bedridden and all of that. I still want to be moving around like I'm moving. So that's why I just really got back in the gym. I'm working out. You know what I'm saying? Keeping my blood flowing, trimming down some of this excess body weight. You know what I mean? Because like I said, nigga, I'll be the big 5-0 this year, man. So. You know what I mean? I'm happy about that, man. I remember when we was young kids on the street, like when we was out there wilding, doing shit, and I always said to myself, like, yo, I don't want to die early. You know what I mean? And I almost did at 19, but you know what I mean? I changed my life around, and I've always been on some positive shit, but we was negative in the streets, but we were always righteous dudes that wanted to do positive things. So
Right,
I made it to this half a century. I'm here for this year, and I'm happy about that, man. And I got a lot of things going on. So I feel grateful about life, my family, and all that. You know what I'm saying? With all the things I've accomplished. And I ain't finished yet. I ain't even finished.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So earlier we was about to talk about something, but I wanna kind of talk about this because my brother Mo Knowledge, we were having a conversation about hip hop, and what is
Yeah.
hip hop, but we were talking about
Babe, give me that water bottle out the refrigerator.
we were talking about your boy, who was it again that said it? That said Drake is in hip hop.
Um, it was Most Def said that.
Right. So let me ask you a question personally, World. Do you agree with that? Do you think that Drake is not part of hip hop?
I like Drake, so of course to me Drake is hip hop. He's been shining in his hip hop culture for over 10 years. On relevant, staying getting money, staying doing world tours, staying putting people on. You know what I'm saying? So of course he's hip hop. But
Only reason
it's
why I
weird.
asked it because they say that people was writing his lyrics and stuff, but my thing is whether somebody was writing his lyrics or not, he still had to deliver them. He still did things that people in hip hop did. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say he's not part of hip hop just because of that. But Yeah, some people
Yeah,
did.
well, you
Some
also
people,
got to take into consideration. Most Def said that about Drake not being hip hop, but then at the same time, not with the orange, the vodka. Most Def just was seen wearing 2 skirts, like, so that's not hip hop, nigga. What you mean? Fuck you mean, nigga?
well. All right, now, so
That's
more
not hip
knowledge
hop.
now. So this is what we're gonna do right now. I just started something. Look, so more knowledge believes in what he said, but more knowledge feels like Drake isn't, and that the reason why he was wearing those skirts, that was part of art. So more knowledge, explain to the brother what's going on.
That was a fashion show. Roddy Piper.
Nah, God.
Nah, son,
Nah, God. Nah, God. Non-cypher.
Non-cypher, right?
Nah. No, there was no time in hip hop where it was trendy to wear skirts, kilts, whatever you want to call it. Then on top of that, there was no time in history where black people were wearing kilts. That was all Irish people. And if I'm not mistaken, mostly Irish people, if their DNA wasn't blended from an Irish man or Irish woman having intercourse and making babies with a black person, black people were never rocking kilts or skirts.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Definitely not in hip hop culture, my nigga.
No, I'm gonna tell you something, because I'm glad you brought that up. Irish, right? They got the ish at the end, right? Now,
Somebody said Most Def sold his soul. Kamal Simmons.
No, I'm about to break it down, because Most Def he Moorish American. He Moor. You know what I'm saying? Anything that has the ish come from the Moors, right? So that is the reason why he was wearing that, because the Moors had something to do with the culture in Ireland and Spain and a lot of places in Europe and all that.
But the Moors weren't wearing kilts. The Moors weren't wearing kilts. You can do your research. Moors weren't wearing kilts, my guy.
No, we
was
making them for them to wear.
You did your research on that, because I did.
I'm a Moor, so yeah, of course I did my research.
The research I did was, there was never no time in history where, and we don't all know the truth, because a lot of scriptures and books and everything were burned to the ground so that we wouldn't know the real truth. So honestly, I can't really say on fact and stand on it, but from the history that I understand, that there was never a time where we were wearing kilts or skirts. Like now, in the Muslim community, in the Arabic community, they wear the dashikis, the long joints. That's kind of like, it's kind of like a long, and even in African culture, they wear the dashikis, the joints that's long and look like a long skirt or dress or whatever like that. But those short kilt things that these guys are wearing,
that's different.
God. Nah, God.
No.
Nah.
That's what most. If Most Def was on here, he would say that. You know what I'm saying? But now Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Jake put in work, man.
So look. You said something about Drake. You know what I'm saying? He not writing his rhymes, stuff like that.
You like the chicken?
It's Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs. Is he hip hop to you? That's the question to you. Is he hip hop to you, Q Light?
To me?
Yes.
Nope.
All right, so people write his rhymes. People write Puff Daddy's rhymes. Am I correct?
I ain't saying that because of that.
Hold on. People write his rhymes. I'm correct?
Yes, Puffy don't write none of his shit.
All right, so Drake, people wrote his rhymes and he wrote his own rhymes, right?
And he helped Kanye West write some of his rhymes too.
Right. So Q Life.
In all reality, of course, what he did as far as in the culture is doing what he's doing and all of that. Besides that, yes, he's part of hip hop. But do I like Puff Daddy? No. I don't like a lot of other stuff he did. No.
What he do?
He raped a lot of little boys, my nigga. Like, let's keep it on. Come on, son.
Worldarama, uncut.
Nigga, listen, uncut. Bro. Listen. Look, listen. I love this hip hop culture.
He killed Biggie and all that, man.
Yeah. It's like do the puff getting Pac set up or whatever, and them niggas kind of retaliating to go at Big, and it was all Big ain't had nothing to do with none of that.
That ain't hip hop. That ain't hip hop.
That ain't hip hop. That ain't hip hop. I'm sorry, nigga. That ain't none of that is hip hop. You feel me? And then even, and I'm gonna go even deeper. Like the shit that I heard when that shit came out that African Bambaataa was doing that, yo, bro, I felt different about him too, and the whole Zulu Nation. Like, shout out to all of my niggas that's down with Zulu Nation, like Big Jeff Zulu, and you know, all of the people that promoted. But what he was doing, what African Bambaataa was doing to all of these people, like your boy Hassan Campbell and all these other people, that's a non-cipher, son. That's pedophilia, my nigga. That's not hip hop. It's not.
I need everybody to share the live right now. Share the live. We got worldarama in the building. My co-host Mo Knowledge is in the building. We here. Y'all know what it is, man. Grind time, no demon time, man. It's your boy Q Light Street Guy. Turn positive. Stay blessed. Stay focused. Stay positive. That's what we want you to do. And to the youth, just know that everything that's in front of you that you see is not good just because you see it. You heard? Don't let your eyes be bigger than your stomach. Don't let your eyes be bigger than your heart. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you see this. Because what you see right in front of you, that's not what it is. It's really not that. It's smoke and mirrors. You understand what I'm saying? For real, man.
And you can see how easily people are influenced because, like I said in the beginning of this interview, when I seen G-Rap and all these dudes come around with all of this jewelry and flashy clothes and shit like that, I was heavily influenced by this. And look, this shit had me sticking to this. This shit had me sticking to this culture for 30-something years. I've been involved with this. Shout out to Lady of Rage because that's where I originally started really doing this shit. I was dancing for her when she was messing with Russian, you know what I'm saying, Black Russian. And she was in New York, staying in East Elmhurst and shit like that. You know what I mean? That was my initial dancing thing into the game. I was a dancer, b-boy dancer, like Scoob and Scrap and Sean and Kenny and Peekaboo and Crazy Legs and all of the dancers that was doing their thing. The b-boys, that was me and Young. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like, we are heavily influenced. There's even adults still now that's influenced off of this hip hop culture and the things that, you know, like I see myself now when I be coming out dressed the way I dress. I be seeing other people wanting to dress like how I dress. That's why I started the Grind Hard gear, the Grind Hard TV clothing, because I wanted my brand to be out there and people could buy my shit and support me and wear my clothing now. I was just at a graffiti art show with shout out SG Media. They got a 3-day thing where it's all about bigging up graffiti art, and I performed there just on Saturday, and I brought my sons there with me, and it was a dude from Texas that brought 2 shirts from me. And I told him, like, yo, the shirts is 30. He was like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. That's too low. Your shirt should be more than that. He was like, because your shit is authentic. The logo's fire. And when I go back to my city and I'm wearing it, it's gonna be like I'm wearing Gucci because don't nobody else got this. I got the exclusive shit. So the nigga gave me $100 for 2 shirts. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I had to, he didn't even want him right there. He said, mail them out. So I just mailed these 2 shirts to him. And he was like, yo, if you got another one in medium, send that too. Send me your Venmo. I'm gonna pay you. Like what we put out here, you know what I'm saying, is important. Like this culture is important. And we influence a lot of people from fashion to dress to lingo to everything. We got words that we came up with out of this culture that's now in the dictionary. You feel me? Like bling bling and all of this shit, like shit that we came up with off of this hip hop culture that is now idolized in stone by being in Webster's dictionary. Where back in the days, they would burn anything that we had to acknowledge what we contributed. Like a lot of these inventors, the black slave inventors that invented shit, a lot of them slave masters and them Ku Klux Klan members would burn a lot of the stuff that would show that these black slaves created this stuff. But now we have things off this hip hop culture where we're now being etched in stone in history of things that we created, ebonics, all of this stuff, man. And like, this is real. This is important. So all you young boys out there that's doing the drill and trap shit, that's cool. But don't be out here killing each other up because, for one, y'all are the soldiers for our people. And you die too early. You not even experiencing life on what you really could accomplish. You feel what I'm saying? It's so much shit out here that you can accomplish.
It's like you're trying to get rich and get money and you want to be flashy, but you're not going to be flashy no more. You're going to be in a casket under the ground. Like, that's what I don't get. I don't understand what makes them like, they'll see their homeboy just died the right next to him, got killed because he was saying all of this demon time shit. You next. It's like you next and you know it. It's like like dudes they like it's like they wanna die.
Hey yo, you know what? This generation of rap, right? This generation of rappers, these young guys, it's almost like back in the 80s when the crack era was big. Because remember, back in the days, niggas would come outside. You don't know if you're making it back home that day. Because the crack era was so crazy, niggas was getting killed left and right. And you know what I'm saying? Like the rappers back then were idolizing the drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be like the drug dealers. The rappers was rapping to try to be like the drug dealers. And when the drug dealers see that they were getting killed and they were going to jail, they wanted to now turn into the rap game. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to flip that into the rap game, son. And I know I've been around, son. Like I told y'all niggas, like your boy will be 50 this year. So I've been through a whole bunch of different generations. I done sold wax to tapes to CDs to digital downloads. Now I'm moving into the little NFT game and shit like that. You know what I mean? Shout out Infinity. They do hip hop NFTs and shit like that. I filmed their launch with Tragedy Gaddafi because they made him like the music ambassador for their company, Infinity. You know what I mean? Like I'm affiliated with a lot of shit, man. And I'm happy to be getting this old and still be active in this culture and contributing to the shit that's out here. Like the hip hop is now going to be here forever. You know what I mean? It's just turned 50. It's going on its 51st year, but it's going to be here forever. And everything that we leave out here is a legacy of ours. So even this interview, this shit going to be out forever, nigga. Like unless the internet crash and it just ends, this interview will be out here forever, and people could watch this 30 years from now when I'm 80 or dead and gone. People will be able to watch what we're talking about right now and remember what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So this is all important, and I really acknowledge and understand that. You know what I mean? So the shit that I put out there, I want it to be wholesome. I want it to drop jewels. I want to be lyrical. I want people to understand, like, you know what I mean? Like this is real here, man. Don't take this shit for a joke. Take this shit serious, man. You know what I mean? Y'all little niggas stop dying so young. Y'all don't realize what y'all missing out on from having a couple more fucking decades on your lifespan. For real.
At one point in time, you know what I'm saying, the drug dealers didn't even want rappers around them because they didn't want the rappers to be talking about where the stash at or
right.
Yeah, they didn't like shit that the rappers were talking about. They thought drug dealers thought rappers was clown niggas, son.
Right.
Back then. They thought that rapper niggas was clowns, son. Like, fuck out of here, this nigga doing it. But when the rappers was idolizing the drug dealers, but once, you know what I'm saying, when they started putting that whole, you know what I mean, oh, they're going to throw Rico on you and do all of that shit, a lot of drug dealers was like, you know what? I need to start investing this money in this hip hop shit and switching their life around.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how actually Irv Gotti got kind of caught up with that Supreme Team shit, because at that point, Preem figured like, you know what? Let me start washing my money and getting involved in the hip hop game and doing little hood movies and shit like that. Niggas wanted to start changing their life around. But the feds was like, no. We gonna get you regardless, my nigga. You know what I mean? A lot of drug dealers try to turn their life around by dabbling into the rap game, because drug dealers looked at rappers as suckers and clown niggas. But then once the rap game started getting real big and they seen it, how popular it was and a lot of money being made, the drug dealers wanted to get out that drug life and start. Look at Bimmy. Bimmy, he was one of the Supreme Team members, but then he started running around with Run DMC and them niggas and started working at Def Jam. Like you could tell niggas was changing their life around. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us street goon niggas decided to like, yo, we got to do this music shit, and that's what it was.
Yeah, answer one question.
Sure.
So when it comes to our artists, how can our artists that's from the hood separate business from street? How can they do their best to separate the business from the street?
I think artists that's really trying to make it big, and you got, if you got the money to really like invest in yourself, because that's what you got to do nowadays. A label ain't gonna step to you unless you already got yourself hot. There's no more artist development. Actually, Groundhog TV is artist development. So if any artist that's paying attention to this and y'all want to get some exposure, holla at Groundhog TV. You feel me? Like just go to at worldarama or at Groundhog TV Podcast on Instagram, DM me, or you can call my number 516-540-1684. 516-540-1684. Hit me up. I could shoot your videos. I could interview you on a podcast. I could plug you in with a bunch of different shows. You know what I mean? I get you connected. I can show you how to, you know what I mean, invest your money in the right campaigns to get you popping and get you lit, because that's the only thing that's going to get major labels looking at you. If you don't, because it's going to take a lot for a rapper to just be a business, independent nigga, just to be a business and handle everything. Because it's a lot when you're doing your taxes. You got your you know what I'm saying, your
Right.
EIN number and all of that. It's a lot. And a lot of motherfuckers don't want to do that. A lot of niggas just want to sign a deal and let the label handle all of that, and they could just be artists. But you're going to have to invest in yourself first and get yourself hot, like artist development, so that labels will fuck with you. So
Right.
basically, street niggas that want to be in it, get your money up, invest in yourself, deal with companies like PBN or Grand Heart TV, get yourself hot, and when a label step to you, then you leave the streets alone, my nigga. It's that simple.
That's it.
That is that simple. Like you have to evolve. You
So
can't stay in the street. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I know me and Q Life was here talking about, and Mo Knowledge talking about what we did back then and in the streets and that. But ultimately, we had to leave that life alone to be successful and be able to be here with a longevity lifespan to keep dropping these jewels for y'all. We had to leave it alone. I remember when Q Life used to be on Jamaica Avenue, punches niggas in the face for nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember, like, niggas know you for that. You know what I mean? The smack DVDs, you niggas wasn't having it. So when we came from that, we cut from that real iron cloth, nigga. We cut from that iron cloth. But to be here, to be able to school youngins and be productive and drop these jewels on you, we had to leave that life alone, man. Not saying that it's not in us, so you can't come and just violate us and get away with it. But at the same time, we want peace. We're going to talk it out. We want to work it out. You know what I'm saying? It's not always on go.
yeah,
We ain't always going to be up. Don't think that it won't get up, but we don't want it to be up like that. The only thing we want up is us elevating. That's it. We just want to elevate.
It's crazy that you say that, because it's like I think about it a lot, about what I've been through, right? And you know, the things that we've done in the streets, and I look back and I'm like, damn, you know, I got DMs in my phone now from people like that know me from that era and saying, hey Q, I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Like the
I am. I'm proud of you too.
the young lady that called in, she said, I'm proud of you, because they know where I came from. So this should be a prime example to the youth. This is an example of me showing you that it could be done. There's nothing wrong with change. There's nothing wrong with being positive, with if you have no other income and working a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with doing something great. I've done it, and I was that street dude that everybody respected until this day. People still respect. You don't have to be that. Like I had to learn that wasn't doing anything for me, but either gonna wind me up in jail, or somebody, the next dude I smacked might have been a nigga that wasn't trying to hear it, that was just like me, and pulled out a gun and could have killed me, and I wouldn't be here to talk to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? So when
Matter of fact,
worldarama is telling y'all,
not to tell your business, but wasn't that almost a case one time with you, my nigga? Like a
yeah,
nigga
definitely.
backed out on you one time, and like, you know what I mean? Like it almost happened. You feel me? So
I was on Jamaica Avenue, and I stepped on somebody's sneakers. It was summertime. I had on a white tee. I was walking across the street. The dude is walking like this. I'm walking across the street, so I stepped on the sneakers and just walked past him. And the mall was right here. I went into the mall, and he was like, "Yo, you just stepped on my sneakers, fam." Like, so me, back then I was wild, so I was like, "What? What's up? Like, I don't care about what's up. What you want to do?" And he was like, "What?" He had on headphones. He took off his headphones and he said, "What's up?" And he pulled out a gun. I if I can really remember, I think it was a 2.5. And he pulled out the gun. When he pulled it out, I was still like, "Nigga, you gotta kill me. You gonna shoot it? Shoot it, nigga." And he threw the gun in the other hand and it said, "Pow!" Right? If the bullet flew past like literally right past my eye, that's when I turned around and I started running. And when I ran into Gertz Mall, there was I was running like I was always taught by OG to run. If you're getting shot at, run and keep moving around, like keep moving.
zigzag, yeah.
Zigzag. So I
Yeah.
did that, and I had bullet holes in my white tee. And in the mix of all of that, there was a Chinese dude that did tattoos in Gertz Mall. He got hit in the balls.
Wow.
So when I say that God is by my side, God is by my side. You know, there was
Facts.
times where I've been in a crib before with guns pointed to my head.
Facts. I know. I remember that.
I've done those things. So karma was coming back to me. And I
Right.
said, I gotta change. My people started dying. People were doing people dirty. People in my own clique. You understand what I'm saying? So when it's time to change, God is going to let you know. And when he lets you know, follow those signs. Follow those signs. But I got a caller that didn't want to call in, but they text. And they want to know, period. You know, they asked worldarama, are you married? Are you single? Because I think somebody said they said that they heard you say something about you. They heard you call you. So are you married right now? They want to know,
Yes.
are you?
Yes. Yes.
So you know, what they wanted to know, what for all of us up here, you know, if we're not married, are we willing to get married? And what is the single? If you're single, and like, you know, what are the things that men want from a woman? And that's the question that they asked. That's an anonymous caller. They text.
Well, I just want to say this: that marriage is a job. It's very hard. It's a compromisation. But me growing up, I've always, and I'm a Taurus man, so we love hard. So I've always wanted to have a female companion that, you know what I'm saying, that I could call my own, and that'll be there for me to handle the things like the motherly duties, and you know what I'm saying, the things like the cooking and all of that stuff. Because I'm kind of old fashioned too. Again, I'm an older guy and shit like that. And I'm dropping all of this on your show exclusively because I don't really talk about my age a lot to people and stuff of that sort. But you know what I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm happy I made it here. This is my second marriage. I've been married twice. You know what I'm saying? I think I think a lot of us black men, we need to stop being scared to marry our sisters. You know what I mean? And it's hard. It's a job, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it's a job to do this, and it's a lot of compromising, and it's a lot of understanding and accepting a person's bullshit as well as they accept your bullshit. So when you find the right one, you know what you want to do and you do it, and that's it. But it's ups and downs. And back in the days when our grandparents stayed together for fucking 50 years, they accepted a lot of each other's bullshit. Like, the grandpa was out there with a whole nother family down the block, but that grandma accepted it, and she let him do his thing, and he stayed there and took care of that family and that household. And you know what I'm saying? So you got to compromise, and you got to be able to accept the bullshit that comes with a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm an angel, because I'm not.
Right.
I'm definitely not an angel at all.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I love my wife, and she loved me, and you're gonna go through a hating each other phase as well. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through a hating each other phase, but y'all gotta get through it and work it out. So it's always good to grow old with somebody that you know love you and take care of you. Because I know a lot of single motherfuckers that's older now, and they single and they lonely, and they not all in the best of health, and they wondering what they're gonna do and who gonna be there to help them in their old age. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I
So
definitely believe in that.
you know what I mean? It's about having a companion, a good companion that you could grow old with, and y'all can be together and build on. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? That's just
I
basically
think
what it is.
I believe that relationships, right, they complicated, right? But I believe that if you truly love somebody, right, it's a way about going through the situations, because it's always going to be a situation. It's not like you said, nobody's perfect. Nobody's an angel where you're just perfect. Everything's going to be right. So if you're arguing, it's about how you get through the situations. It's about how, like, we could be mad at each other, but does it have to come to the point where I'm cursing you out and you cursing me out, or
But even
I'm
even
violating
even
you
that
and you
happens. But that happens too, bro. Like, y'all gonna have arguments and fights and everything like
right?
that. It
But that's what
happens.
I'm saying.
But as
Before
long
you
as y'all
get
can
to
work
that,
it out.
right? But what I'm saying is, that can be before you even get to that. It doesn't even have to be that. That's why I said it's about how you handle an argument or disagreement. Just because I disagree with you don't mean I gotta call you a fucking punk ass motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Or just because you might have did something that I don't like, that don't mean you a bitch. You see what I'm saying? So once you start name calling, that flips the whole situation now. Because see, words hurt more than physical. I could punch you in your face. That whatever bruise you get from me punching you in your face is gonna heal quickly, easily. But I'm not. You might not forget that I called you a bitch ass nigga. You gonna tell your homeboy for years, yo, this nigga called me a bitch ass nigga, like he don't know who the fuck I am. You're gonna remember that more than you go. The punch is gonna heal. So I feel like we need to learn how to deal with certain situations and how to talk. You understand what I'm saying? So like me, I had that problem. I had that problem for a long time. But I felt like if I'm violating, I'm gonna curse you out. I'm gonna feel like this. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta learn how to deal with that. You know, they asked so you know, like, what do we want out of a woman? It's like what you know, the same thing that a woman wants from a man. A woman always wants a man to be. You want a man to be protected, right? So we don't want that from you. But what I'm saying is, women want things. They want this. They want that. They want you to respect them. They want this and that. We're men. We want that too. Don't think I don't want to be respected because
We want respect. We
man,
want love. We
we
want
want love.
affection.
I want
We
affection.
want you to we want you to show us that you're interested in us. Show us that love and that affection
Right.
that we need, or else we'll look for it somewhere else. It's that simple. You're either going to do it, especially when you're a wife. When you're a wife, you got to give your husband everything that he needs to make sure that he stays loyal and faithful to you, or else he gonna go looking for it somewhere else. And I know most women, y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want your husband going outside on you. So you got to do what you're supposed to do. When you take those vows as a wife, you are taking on that responsibility to make sure that you are everything to that man.
But nowadays,
you know what I mean?
Nowadays it's the women that's doing that to the dudes. They going out looking for something else.
Right. I mean, it's a whole different generation right now, bro. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I obviously enjoy having a stable woman in my life, because this is my second marriage, and I've been done dirty. My first wife, you know what I mean, she pinned the baby on me for 27 years. That wasn't mine, and I've been taking care of him and all that. So you know what I mean? Like, you don't let bad things that happen to you in other relationships tarnish you from
I
moving
talk about
on.
that all the time. I talk about that all the time. But we got to get ready to get up out of here. You know, salute to Grind Hard TV. You know what I'm saying? PBN Network, Grind Hard TV in the building. Mo Knowledge is in the building. You know, we're gonna end this off with a prayer. But before we do that, Grind Hard, man. It was definitely a pleasure. Nice talking to you. Thank you for coming up on the show and blessing us with knowledge on you know, on production and things like that with your business. Let the people know, you know, where they can find you and everything. And then we're gonna end this off with a prayer. More knowledge. You know, you can say what you want to say. You already know what it is.
So yo, Grind Hard TV right now. Listen out for They Love World project that's coming. Listen out for Worldarama's vision. That project is coming. Listen, if you want to cop your Grind Hard gear, you can hit me up. Go to @worldarama. You see the name right here, WORLDARAMA on Instagram. DM me, or you could go to Grind Hard TV podcast on Instagram, or you could just go to grindhardtv.com, the website, and watch past and present episodes. Learn everything about me, all of the things that I've been doing, and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? Like the gears out here, I got hoodies, shirts, hats, things of that sort. I'm following in my guy Q Lights because I love the merch you got. You know, it's so crazy that we talking about this, because look, like I always big my niggas up in these shit. Like, let me see. Look, I got your shit right here, my nigga. Word. Still got your coat. Look. Still got this shit right here, my guy.
Wait, turn that to the back. Let them see the back of that. Let them see the back of that. Wow.
I just talked about that the other day.
Fact.
See? That goes to show you how much love I got for my guys. Like I support this shit, and I still promote it and let niggas know what it is. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I'm in here, man. You know what I'm saying? So remember, and also let's not forget, I got a lot of reggae infused music. You know what I mean? Shout out Joe Boy Productions. Every Tuesday we do a podcast called Reggae Passion Tuesdays out of Elmont, Long Island. And now that it's cold, so we do it in the basement. We turned it into a whole studio. But when it gets warm, we do Reggae Passion pool parties. That's coming. So everybody's invited. Come through with your little bikinis and your bathing suits and all that. Everything is streamed live on YouTube and stuff like that. My podcast, Grind Hard TV podcast, comes on every Sunday, 4:30 to 6:30, SG Media Studios. And I mean, every Sunday, 4:30 to 6:30, SG Media Studios. And every Thursday, 10 to midnight on Rough Riders Radio, iHeart, and all of that. So just get at me, y'all. All of the artists that's watching this, or industry executives that's trying to do some shit, hit me up. I'm around. I'm always working. I'm a little tired today, but I've made sure I got on your show because I fucks with you, my nigga. You my guy from day one. So of course, I'm always gonna support y'all. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
This
I
Bobby.
actually want to rebroadcast this as well on Rough Riders platform if I could. Like, so
Okay.
will I be able to take this broadcast?
Yeah,
If you
but
want to, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do.
All
Yeah,
right, cool.
definitely.
great happenings in the world, you know, my brother right here, worldarama, he an angel. You know what I'm saying? Because he go to the four corners of the earth, spreading that everlasting gospel, bro. You an angel, bro. You know
Bless you.
what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
And at the end of the day, you know, real recognize real. And I just said it the other day that anybody that ever knew Q Life for over 20 years could tell you he was always in uniform.
Right,
Always in uniform. You just showed a sports jacket. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Who does that? Because if
Only
everybody did that, you don't even showed it because there's no value in it, but you showed it because nobody do that. Nobody
right.
Right.
sports jackets, and there's only a certain few. Of course, you
Facts.
know what I'm saying? I listen, I ain't had the guts to spend my money on that. We a product of our environment. We always thought that if we spend our money on that, we might not blow up. So we never took it.
Right.
But this brother right here, and you took chances in investing your money into something that's great and people got it. And that's official. So
We cut from iron cloths, man. Iron
Right.
cloths. It ain't too many of that no more, man.
yes,
Word.
sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Um, Tag. Somebody else asked. Somebody just asked, what? They
Let's get
said,
that last question
they said, Q Life. I've been watching you for a long time. I really like you. Are you single?
in. Hey, yo, they cracking for somebody up in here.
Oh man. Oh man. Nah, man. Listen, man. Thank you though.
Hey,
Thank you, man. You know what's so crazy? That's another topic though, but it's crazy of the things that I've been going through when it comes to relationship wise. Being the person that I am today, right? It's almost hard to find that right one, and I've been going through so much when it comes to that. When it comes to like even with the internet, when you doing positive and you feel like you're not getting what you deserve. In relationships, I wasn't getting what I deserved. I felt like I was giving the other person what they felt like they deserved, but I wasn't getting what I deserved. Um, I was single. I was single for a little while. Right now, I am not single. I am not single. I am. I'm I'm learning somebody right now. Like Mo Knowledge is smiling like crazy. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why, but just to let y'all know a little something. Um, I'm dealing with somebody that I met at a workplace, and it was just the way we met was just crazy. And right now we getting to know each other and all that. So but I just know that relationships are complicated, and it's what you make it. You know,
Yes.
don't be so comfortable with what you're used to. If you're used to a toxic relationship and you don't want that anymore, you don't gotta have that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. You can just because you've been through something so many years doesn't mean that it's not time for a change. That's my whole thing. And
Facts.
if you
You're
like
absolutely
something,
right.
if you like something, you go and get it. If you feeling somebody, don't let nobody else make you think that you shouldn't deal with that person because of what they think. You go ahead for what you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm the type of person that when I love though. If I love unconditionally. I could be mad at you for something, but if I was supposed to cook dinner for you tonight, I'm gonna still cook dinner for you tonight. And that's the difference with, you know what I'm saying? There's certain people that they get frustrated, get mad, and then they don't want to cook dinner tonight. or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. But so, be happy, you know, love your mate, show them unconditional love, show them that you care, cook them breakfast, do this, do that. Show them. Just give your guy a back rub. Listen, ladies, this is for the ladies. All a man wants sometimes is for you to show him that you trust him, right? You trust and believe in him. That he's protecting you. That's it. Show recognition that that, oh, look, I got you. I'm thinking about you.
Yep. Just show them that affection, babe. Like all of the ladies got to do is just show their man that affection. Show us that you're interested in us. You show intimacy. That's all we want. Like we want to be felt. We want to feel love too. Like women all want to feel loved. They want their man to show them affection and everything like that. But we want our women to do the same thing to us. Show us that love. Show us that you're interested in us. Show us that you want us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit matters. All of those little things matter.
Because sometimes women think that we're not emotional and that we don't need that love. Or like me, I ain't gonna lie. I love when a woman is like paying attention to me and just showing like, yo, listen, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You need me to rub your back. You need me to do this. You need me to do that. Because I'm going to do the same.
Right.
And see, my brother Mo, now you got anything to say about Mo? Know why I got to laugh, man. I don't think Mo don't like to talk about this.
Nah, it's it's all about that common courtesy between both partnerships, and I feel like relationship lost common courtesy.
That's deep.
Sometimes, we do it for each other as brothers. Like we deal with courtesy amongst our brother, but we gotta deal with courtesy amongst our wife as well.
Yeah.
And
they got to do it for the husbands as well.
Right.
Husbands as well. But guess what though? A lot of relationship is lacking knowledge of self. So that man or that woman might not know what common courtesy means.
Right.
So if you don't know what something means, then it's not going to be expressed because the foundation is weak.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A lot of us wasn't raised with a two-family home. We wasn't raised with a mother and a father to teach us how to love and how a man should love a woman or a woman should love a man. Like we weren't really raised with that. A lot of us were raised in single-family homes or adopted homes or homes with grandparents raised us, or you know what I mean. So we had to learn this on our own, and it's like a trial and tribulation. We're gonna go through a couple of failures to get it right eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yo, Mo, I mean, yo, world, you see that?
He said, I'm glad that you said that, big bro, because
Oh, that's Janice.
Janice in the building. Look, Mo, real quick. Look.
Hell no.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later.
I'm glad the big bro said that because, to the young men and the young women that's not yet married, that's not yet in relationship, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you do your homework and your studies before you even jump into a relationship and you jump into marriage. Do your homework. Study something.
Yeah.
Save your money. You know what I'm saying? Don't just jump into something because you see everybody else or your friends talking about it, and then you want to get a taste of that relationship or get a taste of that marriage. It might not be for you if you're not going to put your all into it. It's for them, but it might not be for you if you're not doing studies of what this is about. Because people
And that goes to both parties too. Because a lot of women want to just have that married title. They want to have that wife title, but they're not really ready to submit to their husband and let him lead them. So women, y'all got to understand that too. If you want to be married and you want a big wedding and all of that stuff, you got to know how to be a wife. You just can't have a wife title. You got to know how to be a wife.
Ooh,
because they see they girlfriend as a wife. That's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of these women come to their husband, I want to get married. Why you want to get married? It's because they saw something on social media or they saw something from their friends getting married, and then it's like, damn, I want that too. Don't do it for what you saw. Do it for because you see your man right here. You know You know what I'm saying? Do it for what you love. I want to get married with this man because I truly want to be with this man for life. Do it because
Talk to him, Mo.
don't do
Talk to him, Mo.
it because you saw it on social media or you saw it because your friend did it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing when you go and attend this type of ceremony. It's beautiful.
Yo, somebody said you got to be ready. You got to be okay in your own skin before you're ready for a relationship.
That's CO
Word.
Gold.
That's
CO Gold.
word.
CO Gold. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up. Yo, y'all ain't
And
gonna front with
look,
this topic right here. With
head
this
lady in
topic right
charge
here, we
said
could go
people.
on. We could go on for a whole nother hour, my
I
guy.
know. We out of here. We about to get up out of here.
All right, yo, salute to everybody. Yo, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Love y'all brothers, man. For real. Just
Love
keep
you
doing
too.
what
Love
y'all
you too,
doing.
bro.
And it's all love with me, man. I'm always here to support you. And I'm definitely going to rebroadcast this episode right here on Rough Riders Radio. You know what I'm saying? So I love what we talking about. And a lot of people watching this, they're going to definitely get something out of it. And it's going to turn their life around, man. Salute. Positive beats
Definitely.
negative. You already know this. It's your
Definitely.
boy, Worldarama, Brown Heart, out.
Brown Heart TV. Yes. We're going to take it out, man. We're going to take it out. Yes, sir. Let's go, man. We out of here, man. You already know what it is, man.
Make sure you pray.
Yeah. Somebody, you want to take us off, Mo, since you're saying it? Because I'm always taking us off. What's up?
Now you can take us off.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? He don't want to never get taken off, though. But I got you, though, man. Lord, Father God, we come to you today to ask you to forgive us for all our sins. We thank you for the food on our table, the clothes on our backs, and the roofs over our head, Lord. We ask you to heal the poor, heal the rich, heal the people that are out there going through things right now, heal people that are going through sicknesses, that are just going through family problems and issues and financial problems that can't pay their bills right now, Lord. Please save them, put an armor over them, put their armor on, and protect us from all evil. Amen. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely
Amen.
want to protect everyone and have a great night tonight. Thank worldarama for coming up because he didn't have to. He took his time out of his day with his family to come vibe with us, man. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Thanks.
Be out of here.
Salute. Brown Heart.
Salute.